Hello, Oriole Lane fourth graders. This video is going to help you make sure that you have set up your case-it correctly and have placed your materials in the appropriate places. I am going to go through an example case-it with you to show you where all your things should be. If we start on the left side of your case-it, you'll notice you have a zipper pocket on the top. Go ahead and unzip that pocket. Inside of the pocket, you should have your half sheet of paper with your username and password, as well as your empty word sort words bag. If we think about this pocket, this is a great place to store necessary materials for writing things down. I recommend putting in here a pencil, a pen, a highlighter, an eraser, and a pair of scissors. We only want to keep things we need in this pocket. When we move on to the other side, we have some things that we need to place in our binder rings. To open your binder rings, you can take a hand on each side of the end prongs and push down. To close your rings, you can also push them back in. Another way to open your rings is to grab the ones in the center and pull them open, as well as push them back in. Be careful that you do not pinch your fingers when you're opening and closing that. On the top of the rings, you should have an assignment notebook. Following your assignment notebook is your daily schedule inside of your sheet protector. The next sheet protector contains your zones toolbox and a successful student on the back. The next thing in your rings is going to be your divider folders. You should put these in as they were given to you in the bag. We're now going to go over what should be inside each of these folders. Your very top folder will be for social studies. I went ahead with a Sharpie and wrote it over the top. You are more than welcome to do this or to use the white divider tabs that were given to you with your dividers, write it on the side, and insert it on the flap. Once again, we don't have anything for social studies yet. This one will stay on top and empty. If we flip over to the next folder, this is where science resources will go. So far, you have been given 2 blank pieces of paper to go inside of your science folder. Moving to the next folder, we have reading materials. There are 3 things you should have already for your reading folder. These include your narrative reading learning progression. You should also have a narrative reading self-assessment rubric. The final document to go in your reading folder leads at the top with interpreting characters, the heart of the story. Our next folder is for word study. There are 3 things that need to go in your word study divider. A Words Their Way weekly agenda, and a copy of sort number 1. The fun thing about these folders is they are double-sided. I'm going to flip my word study folder over and insert the final word study document, our quick word booklet. I'm going to put that on the back side. Moving to our next pocket folder, yellow is for writing. We have 3 things that will go in our writing folder. This is a narrative writing progress tracker. It's a rubric. I'm going to insert that in my writing folder. Next up, you have a narrative writing checklist for grade 3. Finally, you should also insert your story map into your yellow writing folder. Our next folder is for math. You have 2 things to go in your math folder. One is a packet of exit tickets for lesson 1, grade 3, module 6 is the first one on top. You should also be storing your Are You Ready to Learn Mission 6 packet inside of your math folder. When we go on, we have an extra green folder. Go ahead and leave that in your case-it. There may be times later this year where we can put this folder to use. We have a final folder. I'm labeling that as the fun folder. That's where we'll put random things that we do as a class together that don't necessarily fit under a subject area. So for now, that's the best place to put your coloring contest drawing or picture in that folder. I hope this helps you make sure that your case-it is organized. If you have any questions about your case-it or how to keep it organized, please send me a message or take time to review and pause this video when you need to double check where your materials should be located.